Hey guys, well, I got a boring job, and I got a kind of a dummy mark here, dummy line. That I should not go past. And can I really see the mark I made? Yes, there it is. So, as long as I don't erase this mark. That's going to be good enough. Oh, nice, yeah. Just wipe that paint pen off with your fingers. Okay. Then it's story time also. I played ice hockey when I was a young boy. I would say for most of my begotten youth, I played ice hockey. Probably some of the, well, I used to say it was probably the most memorable memories, no, most memorable activity. But, you know, it's hard to say that about anything anymore, but hell, tonight might be more memorable than those hockey games. But I was on the travel team. My uncle owned the arena, so I skated every day. Guess we're gonna do 800, so let's go with 2C. And I skated every day. I was a pretty good hockey player. I was always good enough to make the travel squad. And we would go on road trips on the weekend and say we'd take Friday off school maybe, or maybe a couple of days when we went to Canada, because that was a big, we stayed there for a week. We were put up by the province, wherever we were at, and stayed in a nice, the Hyatt Regency, had buffets every day, and there was several age groups, the mites, squirts, peewees, bantams, midgets, and we all rode up on chartered buses. One of the coaches was a beer delivery man, so there was a giant trash can full of iced down beer, and there was probably 100 cases of Stroh's beer underneath the bus in the travel compartments. And it was all for personal use, so we always got in with it. When we went to Canada, we would play against the group younger than us, because they were so damn advanced that, if we played our own age group, that it wouldn't even be a competition. And it wasn't a competition sometimes as it was. So I'm getting my stories confused here. We were staying in like a very nice hotel, whatever. Well, some of the older guys on the don't think there's any need to go quite that fast. Let's try 490. Let's get this thing in a feed mode. We're going to feed at 7.1 thousandths per revolution. Okay, I'm not sure why that happened. So anyway, we made these road trips, and we play hockey, you know? Now, it was pretty civilized when we went to Canada. Everybody pretty much behaved and played hockey. Other cities in the States, it was quite a different story. So, I'm trying to just get this thing set up. I can do 100,000 passes. Not paying too much attention. Make sure I'm cutting somewhere near zero. It's close enough. So let me go back in here and set my depth again. So we're going to call that eight exactly. I want to move this at all. What happens if I move this? Nothing. Just going to 8. 8:30. I was telling a story about hockey. Like I said, I just want to get this where it's kind of dummy proofed and I can get used to where I got to stop at. So this is 150,000, give or take. I'm going to slow my feed down considerably. So we are at 7. This is 5,000. See if that makes a difference. So let me feed in here. There's 50. 100, 150, it's 200,000. 200,000. Shaky at the start. Can't complain about that chip though. Turn this down here, off rather. So, I said I was going to get the threading numbers, and I'll do that before this is over. So we were in Canada. We crossed the border with 300 cases of Stroh's beer. Shanling or Shanling, maybe. No, it was Stroh's. Big Cincinnati beer. And, we're ages 6 and 7 years old to probably 17 years old. Different groups, age brackets. So, it really isn't about hockey. It's more about grand theft, I guess. Someone in the older groups, the 17-year-old range, on the day we were leaving, spooled down the Canadian flag and stuck it in his equipment bag. And, we all boarded the buses and we're heading back to Ohio. Well, when we got back to Ohio, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police were there waiting for us. Now, I don't know why they didn't stop us on our way down or whatever, but they came to retrieve their flag. Pretty big deal, I guess. So, yeah, I guess that's not as exciting as I thought. One thing about the road trips, if we were going to like Port Huron or St. Louis or Ann Arbor, Michigan, or we would, Saturday morning, we'd meet at the arena, and in my case, the coach would show up in my basement at 5:30 in the morning and roust me out of bed, grab my equipment, and throw me in the station wagon or motorhome, whatever it may be. And I didn't even know what city we were going to, let alone what state. Well, I caught on. So my greatest hockey story, there was one year when I did not make the travel team. So I was on the house team, the house leagues. I just played local boys. And I developed, the reason I wasn't on the travel team because my penalty minutes to scoring ratio was off. If I'd only scored a little more, they could overlook the penalty minutes. So let's just say I wasn't very popular amongst the mothers of the children of the teams I played against, because I was always pushing them down and beating them up. Hockey fights, no one gets hurt. It's just... And when you're 2 inches taller wearing those blades, you're Superman. So the following year, I'm back on the travel squad. Half the guys I skated with the year before are on the travel squad. So all them mothers that hated me are now my friend. So this is like one of the last games of the season. If we win this one, we move on. If we lose, the season's over. We have 3 forward lines, squads, that go out and they break each other. Well, this game, the A squad skated the entire game. I was on the C squad. I never skated once. So there's 7 minutes left in the game, and it's tied. And there's so many penalties at this time, you can't take any more people off the ice because you have to have a minimum number of players skating. So coach calls my name. I'm at the end of the bench, cheerleader. And I run up to the gate. Yes, sir. He says, number 7 out there. Go make sure he gets a misconduct. He said, all right. So I hit the ice. I skate directly to him. This is on the fly. It wasn't a face-off. Called a teammate of mine over, and we just changed on the fly. I skated directly to this guy, number 7, shoved him into the back of the goalie's net, and then jumped on him. And he got a misconduct, I got a misconduct, and we won the game. Because this guy was like our Kerry Schaefer. He was really good. So take him out of the game, we have a better chance of scoring against him. Okay, that's my hockey story, and I'm sticking to it. It was some good times. Okay, let's do a few more 200,000 cuts here. This whole thing really rocks, and when it first hits there's a little jump. So let's go back and make sure all these jaws are tight. That one was loose. Go back to that one. That's fine. All right. So let's see what kind of finish we get at 200 thousandths at this slower feed. Phase converter on. Lathe on. Okay. So there's 50, 100, 150, 200,000. we're gonna do 50,000. Great finish on the 200,000s, by the way. I'm going to take a practice at cleaning up the back on this round. Well, we've lost contact. Okay, I need to bring the cutter up a hair. Quite maybe just a touch more. Reverse my feed. Well, I'm going to lose contact here. Well, now, well, we still got it. We're flat now. Okay, well, you know the rest. I'll bring you back when it starts getting a little creepier. I just have to start hitting some numbers. Okay, we either ran out of battery or it was too hot to operate. But I received a new battery today, so I don't have a charging machine outlet, but I just charge them inside the camera and have a backup ready. So I went with the name brand. So I'm going to cool that off. Anyway, that's it. You know, we'll get that finished up, and I'll bring you back when we get closer to hitting our number and start our threading. And once again, we're making a vessel, and we're making the bottom pieces chucked up now, and this is the lid. This is going to screw on. And there'll be another lid here that screws on, maybe a 1/4 inch thick, maybe. Doesn't matter. There's going to be a void in here for just because I felt like it's a challenge to do. Okay, we're not going to talk about brass today. Well, if I don't bring it up now, I'll probably forget. And I have to. No, I'm not going to. Alright guys, the new editing program is getting easier for me. I don't know how to put text in, and I can get a video processed and uploaded, so that's all that's important right now. Thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. And I should mention, I mentioned a new subscriber yesterday, and the billiard player, pool player, and wanted to mention his name and his channel. It's not too far in here. I still have to watch Ralphie Customs. New subscriber, Tim Maher. Tim Maher, M-A-H-E-R. And his channel is of the same name. It's Tim, T-I-M, M-A-H-E-R. I wouldn't walk into a pool hall with him. Okay, thanks for liking and subscribing. I got a haircut.